This is awkward.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
That is certainly a lot of people.
Fuck
This
you.
is freaking awkward.
Wait till light gets on. I don't know if he wants to play Left 4 Dead or Terraria.
I just woke up.
Yeah, I know you
Can
did.
I Rick,
I can
can
tell.
I rickroll everyone?
No.
Yeah, stop.
Are you close to the buzzard yet?
I'm at 600k.
Poor. If only you didn't buy the scout.
I'd probably have less if I didn't buy a scout.
Doubt it. It's
Oh,
not that
really?
much better than the regular helicopter.
Well, you can't really spawn it. You have to go get it from the police station.
Okay. Well, you used to be able to just get it from the town somewhere.
Yeah.
But they removed that spawn for some reason.
Yeah, I know it's a pain in the ass to actually get it, so I just got the scout.
This is now a Terraria.
I don't know if you want to play Terraria or if you want to play Left 4 Dead or if you want
I
to play
want to go
something
to
else.
sleep, but no.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Dude,
Hello, boys.
it's 2 a.m. Wait, not 1 a.m.
Why is Dino in here?
It's freaking 1 a.m. here, man.
Luckily
Probably
for me,
because
it's
Caspe
3
tried to
p.m.
play the fucking Rickroll. Never gonna give you up on
I'm a
it.
gamer.
I wouldn't be
Freaking
surprised if that was.
Oh, Cole
I get-
became a tester. Congratulations.
You just
Okay.
realized?
Yeah.
You mad?
Yeah.
Thank.
Why
How
is the
many-
bot server muted?
I don't know. Because
Probably because
they
Caspe would only play Rickroll on it.
because they knew they'll get rickroll. They knew
Fucking gamer.
gamers don't sleep.
What sleep?
Yeah, what is sleep?
What? What do you mean?
Where the fuck is light?
I wanna rickroll everyone's. It's a so good opportunity. How many people on the voice call? Like, 35.
Do you want your stuff killer?
Yeah.
There's the man. Now he can
Lot
go
of things
play a
to say.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Happy that you guys are here.
Of course we're here. Why wouldn't we be
Should I
here?
stream my screen trying to remake
What are you guys doing right now?
Colosseum?
Well, currently, I'm sitting here waiting if you want to play Left 4 Dead or Terraria.
I don't play Left 4 Dead.
You want to play Left 4 Dead?
Yeah.
You want to just do a
I
campaign
did-
then?
Yeah, we can
I
do a
didn't know
quick
Killer
campaign.
was here. Jesus Christ.
We can carry Shab in a campaign. Get
Oh,
their achievements. Are they even here?
do they even have it installed yet?
Nope, they're not.
I thought they just were here.
No, they don't even have it installed anyway, so it doesn't matter.
We
Oh,
do-
hi, Igneous.
Looks like we're gonna go do the parish, your favorite campaign.
He's already here?
Oh yeah, Ignas is here.
It's time.
Hi.
Okay.
He needs to come play Left 4 Dead.
Gamer. We could do a versus match actually. We have like how many people here that have Left 4 Dead?
Is Hexaria in here? Oh yeah, he is.
Yeah, he is. We
Maybe
could do
that's
a
the
we have
lazy chat ever.
We have
People?
5. We could do.
Is Dead Gamer not here? Damn. Do a 2v3. Who's the sweatiest of them all? Versus
Hexaria.
the other 3. And
Ignis.
okay, 2v3.
They destroyed us last time.
Nice.
That's because we had shitty AI. And you got legitimately mad over it. It was funny.
Wonder why I got legitimately mad over it.
He was actually mad. Like this man, Killer, you should have been there. It was hilarious.
Yeah,
This
I wish
man
I
was
there
like,
now.
he was angry at it. It was actually funny. Alright.
Verified 2.
How many people are playing? 5?
We have 5, yeah.
That means we have to do the actual thing, and then that's like, I don't want
Dumb.
randoms to join. We're gonna do the parish.
Oh yeah.
We're playing Infected first, because I've never played Survivor first ever. Mad.
Let's
You
play
don't
Survivor
want-
first.
You wanna play Survivor first? Fuck you, I'm being Ellis. Get your ass in here.
Oh, good lord.
I gotta give my add-ons a second to load.
Gamer.
Stop inviting me. I'm gonna join. You know that.
No, you're not. You loser.
Since when can you ask all the time when is the new update? And annoy
When is the new
everyone.
update? When is the new update? When is the new update?
update?
When is the new update? When
Hey
is
guys,
the
when is the
When is
new
the new
update?
update? When is the new
When's the update,
update?
guys?
Yeah,
Hey,
when's the
update?
update?
Have the
Come
When's
on.
the new update?
Is the update coming, guys?
I'm gonna
When's the
fucking
update?
quit this game. I'm quitting right now.
Good.
Do it.
They
Do
say
it.
that
Do
out
it.
loud.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
It has become a trauma.
Caspay's World Tear is gone.
Oh, Caspe is mad about that.
He's genuinely pissed. Well, we got 3 people so far.
When is the new update?
Oh, good lord.
Yo,
Hi, Spike. Oh,
Where did Killer go?
Don't know.
pensive.
Who those are 5 retards, JK. Beguiner, are you shitting on people?
I didn't miss the whole thingy that
No.
This is the aftermath.
You just
I.
witnessed.
We just finished. Like, you were literally just a minute late.
Seriously? Wait,
No.
wait.
No.
No.
Oh, dude, I
This man
literally
was
just.
this man was about to be mad.
You would have believed me as well.
I did believe you.
Is Killer joining or not? Or is it just gonna be the 3 of us?
Oh yes, this looks fun, doesn't it?
When is the update?
Killer, you fat ass, get in
When
here.
is the update?
Guys. Gay. Hello?
Hi.
Why is Dino server muted?
Okay, so I hope
Actually,
everybody's gonna
no.
get.
Forgot about that.
I hope everybody's gonna
Am I
get
doing
muted.
something wrong?
They need to talk me.
No Rico.
Imagine Duran Slayer role is just verified too.
Literally what I said.
I know, I stole that from you.
Verified the contract.
Make your own jokes.
Let's just watch anime while we
I am
wait.
unfunny according to Killer, so
No.
I can't do that.
Anime.
That's why you steal other people's jokes. Gamer.
Everyone, shut
Gamer.
up. Ignis is talking.
Gamer. Okay,
Not
shut
just
up.
Nice.
Wait.
Ha 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 ha.
Ignis's mic is unmuted.
I know.
Play CBT right now. You won't know balls.
Oh my god, no.
Do what you always do when you join us.
Fucking ball torture.
No balls right now. Fucking play the video.
No, I shouldn't.
You shouldn't, but you're going to anyway.
I'm not.
Shav will do it.
See, Ignis is smart in here, but when we're in the other one.
No balls, no torture. Damn.
Oh, well, in the other one, you know.
There's no rules. He does whatever the fuck he wants.
Okay.
Like how we're not allowed to swear in here, but we do it anyway. That's actually not true.
Caught yellow.
Who's abusing their keyboard?
Someone's going at it with that keyboard.
It's probably Golden. I can hear him right now, waking up, beating his own keyboard. He gets
Stop beating up
mad.
that poor keyboard.
Should hear this man. Should have heard him when we were playing Left 4 Dead versus 4v1. We kept on locking him in the same area.
Are you talking to my phone?
Yeah, it's just keyboard and left.
Where's feedback? I hear that.
It's Coleman, Zach.
I'm not even using a keyboard right now.
No, the
feedback.
It reminds me.
Oh, oopsies.
We can hear ourselves whenever you're unmuted.
Okay.
Well, that's gay.
Ignis, you're gonna play Left 4 Dead. We can do another 2v2, and I'll get mad at the AI again.
Oh my god. No, you're
This
not.
went from
Don't lie.
awkward silence to keyboard
busy.
banging.
There's no way you're busy. You're never busy. You
007
don't do
keyboard.
anything.
I'm busy.
With what?
I can't say.
Fuck you.
Okay, so you...
Alright, 3v1, or 3v1, 2v1 right now, let's go.
Do it after the Fireside.
Fuck you.
We're doing a 2v1 right now.
Where
Killer.
is-
Where's Killer? He went offline. This fat fuck went offline. Unless it's
Yes.
Dead Center, I'll consider fuck you. We're doing the parish.
We're doing the Paris. No death charge for you.
Do something about. There is death charges. The finale is literally death charge
I'm
simulator.
talking about the first one.
Oh. There will be no death charging until the finale. You will have to wait.
Who is beating their keyboard? That's giving me ear cancer.
You mean me or something? Hey.
I like how you look at the bottom of the VC, you just see a bunch of
That
mansers.
poor keyboard is getting beat on.
There's a bunch of losers at the bottom of the VC.
No, you.
Losers. Oh yeah, you're right.
Destroyed. Wait, are we playing Survivor or Infected?
We've played Survivor first.
Fuck.
We're dumb, don't worry.
If I get death charge at the start, I might as well stop right there.
You can't get death charge, you...
Yeah, you
well-
can. You
oh
can.
yeah, wait, no, I'm dumb.
Right
I
here,
pulled
you
it.
can.
Right here, yeah, that's why we gotta be quick and hope he doesn't get charger.
Hope he doesn't get charger. What is
Oh,
it, like
Nick.
a one?
You're Ellis, it's over.
We chose our characters, I wonder why.
Oh yeah, I'm dumb.
No balls, you won't leave.
Oh, Subi.
There's a charger. It was Hexaria.
Go, Osu.
What the fuck happened to the hunter? Oh my god.
Oh my god, my sensitivity is so high, and I don't know why.
because you're dumb. We got a
I don't
sweaty
need that
boy. This
gun.
is versus. It's not all about saving health. It's all about getting to the finale.
41 people in the voice call, by the way.
It'd be a lot nicer if everyone
Oh,
except
time to
for
go.
the admins would mute.
Hurry your asses up.
I was saving the bots. They got pinned. There's a witch, by the way.
Okay. More bots equal more likely to alert the witch. Where is the witch? Hunter on Rochelle didn't even phase me. Don't even care, because Rochelle doesn't matter.
What the heck is that hunter doing?
Fuck you.
Did you see what that hunter was doing?
No.
He's circling around the pole. Oh, that's
I
a
don't
witch.
want to go that way anymore.
I almost had a encounter. Don't go over the fence. There's the witch is over there. He didn't see me behind you. Oh. No, get away. No, that's the witch. That's the witch.
You gave me! That was the god tier.
That was an AI as well.
Fucker! Oh fuck, hello.
That man just took that boomer.
I had my melee weapon out.
Cut through him, gamer.
I'm doing that. I have a charger on me. Alright, there's no point in healing. Fuck. Now there's a point in healing. Gamer. You thought that was a smart idea?
Oh,
You hear that screaming, man, you know what's happening.
the DPS god.
Why is there a boomer just right there?
Boomers tend to be dumb like that.
What are you guys playing?
Is
Listen,
someone
Get
eating
in
chips?
quickly, right now.
Inside.
I was like, what the fuck are you
You're
talking
actually
about?
mad.
Okay, I'm done.
What do you mean you're done? Fuck you.
You want to speedrun a campaign then?
Okay. Wait, what? Oh, it's just gonna let us? Oh no,
No.
server shutting down. Damn. You're not fun. Fuck you.
Man, rage quit. What if I jump off?
You got mad. I mean, what if you jump off? You don't get a chance to.
I just did.
Wait, what? Oh.
Mhm.
You wanna go do the parish campaign? On advanced, and then die on the finale?
Mhm.
Because it's your favorite campaign to die on? Right?
Why is my
We could do
mouse rear
that.
was my mic doing something weird?
No. We
No.
just hear your keyboard
No, actually.
very clearly.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
I
15
can,
minutes,
your
boys.
keyboard is louder than my game. There's a problem. 15 minutes? What do you mean? Are we gonna speedrun 15 minutes? You wanna do Dark Carnival then?
Oh yeah. Because we're not doing the
Favorite
parish in
map?
15 minutes.
Yeah, we are. As long as we don't have golden, we're fine.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Gaming.
Poor Golden.
We could have probably done Crash Course in 15.
Isn't that the one with like 3 chapters?
No, that's the one with 2.
Oh wow. Oh, it's not responding. That's epic.
What, did your thing die during loading as well?
No, just didn't respond.
Okay, who's doing that?
Who's doing what?
I heard someone rickrolling.
I heard it as well for a second. And then it disappeared. That's all I care about.
The only person I suspect would be Caspe1.
Caspe 1. He's always the culprit.
Blame him. Whenever something's wrong, you always blame him. He's just the guy to blame. Okay, if you're playing cock and ball
you.
coach, fuck you.
Oh. Okay.
Hello.
He's doing it. He was doing it for a second.
I heard it for a second. Yeah.
I heard it for a second as well.
Kid Pink's cast fixed the game.
No, you have to ping Killer for that. He's the actual owner of this game.
Yes.
Let's go. God damn you, Jimmy Gibbs Jr. Is that a screaming child or a door opening?
I think my game just crashed, Big Boss.
Hopefully it was a child.
You are an
That'd be
actual gamer. Wait, is there no melee weapons? Fuck.
Something spawned and my game crashed. Yep, there goes.
That would be commons because there's no special infected right now.
So what? A ton of commons at once just destroyed my game.
What the fuck?
Okay, what is that? I'm about to mute this person.
Yo, what's going on? What's going on?
They're a dead rat in DC.
Question: why are we in General 2, not 1?
Why not?
There's no
Why not?
push. There's no push.
Good answer.
This man's streaming Dead by Daylight. This man's
Why not?
streaming Dead by
Oh, what the
Daylight.
fuck? Wait, are you not Nick anymore?
I'm not joining. I'm not joining back right now. Give me a second. I will be.
What game are you guys playing?
Left 4 Dead.
Actually,
Guys, who's the screaming
Now I
child?
think I know why.
Oh, zombie survival game, I see.
That charger wanted me.
I'm Coach. I'm the second best character in the game. I mean, third best character in the game.
You're about to piss off
he's the
Hexaria right
best
there.
now because of his love.
No, Nick is the second best. Ellis is the best.
You cannot deny that Ellis is the god of this game.
What? Okay.
I want an adrenaline shot.
Journalist shot here.
There's a witch.
How far are you?
How far are we? We're at the apartments.
Oh, you're just. I thought you would have been farther by now.
I don't know where the witch is, and I don't like that.
It's probably hiding in one of the rooms.
Oh, there's an adrenaline shot here.
Okay, I was about to say, my game crashed again as soon as I click play on Coach. Oh wait, here. Do you want
When
that?
did you get an adrenaline shot? I already have one.
Coach had it.
The fuck?
Hey guys,
How
we
did
got
he get it
50
and I didn't?
people. We
Yee.
got 50 people. Yay. Oh, make that fun for
Oh.
people.
I think the witch is just sitting in her. Oh, it's over there. It's sitting down.
Okay, good.
What the fuck? Hello.
50 people. Never
Spitter.
mind.
Gotta go.
Oh, I'm stuck. That was almost the end of me.
It's freaking
Imagine versus with advanced damage or expert damage. Put the hunter on
Golden.
expert mode.
Playing it with Golden Dawn 0 basically makes it expert mode.
Literally unplayable, yes.
I took 1 damage from fall damage.
I think that one of the bots just shot the witch.
Yeah, I heard it.
Is that Fairgrounds?
Yes. Do you want me to keep these?
Yeah, go ahead.
Here.
Ooh,
You-
pipe bomb!
Come use this medkit. Actually, I will.
Too late. There's an adrenaline shot over there. There's also a Molotov over here if you want it.
There's a Molotov where you were at, or in the other one?
Right here.
Oh, I forgot I modded my all my. Oh, this looks cool. Forgot I did it. What? Okay. They got him. Wait,
Good
is that
There
a
was a
tank?
question.
hunter and I shot him in the head.
What? Alright.
It's now idle.
Brittany, shut up. I ate your burrito.
Fuck you, I can't aim for the head. Oh, it's a tank. Oh!
Of course, the tank. I got it.
The bots are fucking dead.
Oh, they. Wait, is it still on fire?
No, it's not on fire anymore because you walk in the water. Now it's on
Now it's on
fire.
fire. Gone.
I don't see any fire.
There's a Jahaki.
A jockey. A charging. You gamer! I was gonna do that.
Fight him off.
You have to be kidding me. Chinese New Year songs right after New Year.
If we find a combat rifle in that table, next chapter, we're using this.
You mean a god sniper?
You got sniper, whatever we find there. If we don't find anything good, I'm not using it.
Well, there's probably a tier 2 assault rifle, so either one is good
Yeah.
over the hunting rifle. At least I would take it.
When this starts, I'm probably gonna dip because I want to listen to this.
You can listen to it and play the game.
When I hear the hunter scream, I'm not gonna hear what they're saying.
The hunter's gonna stream probably once like every 5-10 minutes. He can't multitask.
How many more minutes, boy?
See the show from space.
Space.
Better be starting.
Bang.
10 more minutes.
Yeah.
There's a pipe bomb in here. And a Molotov.
Axe here.
I'm more interested in the diamond pickaxe here.
I am back.
Who's abusing their dog in the background?
You gotta run directly to the
Hi,
What the fuck? There's already a tank and I'm gonna die. Oh!
My god, imagine paying everyone. Wait,
I'm fucked by the way. Nice. I just got stun locked by commons like every other time there's a tank. I'm going to die from the tank, you gamer. Thanks. You fucking gamer. Don't tell me there's a god sniper there, I'm gonna be mad. There's a fucking god sniper there, I'm pissed. Nick just teleported to you, what a man. Do you have a defibrillator? Or is there a defibrillator around there? Or not?
In my country, it's 4 minutes left also.
I think for everyone, just the hours are different.
I have school tomorrow.
I'm going back for that gut sniper. Fuck you. Isn't there also a pipe bomb here?
Hello?
There's a pipe bomb back in the thing. Or there was right
Fuck.
there.
There we go.
$55 people in the voice chat, and only a few people are talking. Okay then.
Yeah. That's how life works.
That's how mafia works.
Advance.
Hilarious, man.
That's how
man.
the audio works.
It's nearly 4 a.m. for me.
That's how Hexaria works.
People are too self-conscious to.
Okay.
Boomer.
Oh!
This
I was
makes
close.
me
Dead
Oh
meme.
fuck.
What was that? What was that?
You are 1 hour too late to say that meme. Dead meme.
There's a witch.
Okay.
There is a witch and I
Do
threw
you
the
know
pipe
the
bomb
way?
after knowing that. I swear to fuck. I'm gonna run. You gamer!
Do you know the way?
Bye.
Wait, did someone do the pro gamer move?
Is this still coming?
That's what she said.
It's dead.
Okay, I'm just gonna mute myself.
I stun locked it with
Ah,
explosive
nice.
rounds.
Gamer.
2 minutes.
How did I know that pipe bomb was going to alert the witch? Hmm.
It's 1 minute from gamer time.
10, 9, 8,
Okay.
7,
We
6,
no, it's
5, 4,
Oh, dude, come on.
3, 2,
What?
1. Okay, I'll stop now.
A
Thanks, gamer.
countdown.
Merry Christmas. It's time, brothers.
Cool.
Yeah, 1 minute
There's a combat rifle here.
from gamer time.
Look now, brothers. Child.
What?
No,
Oh my
we're going
god. What the fuck?
Are we going to chat 1 now?
General,
Apparently.
yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Good to be here, huh? It's been a while since we've done one of these, right? I miss you. Yeah, I think the best way to go about this is if you guys, I mean, you guys in the past have been so good about staying quiet in the voice channel and just giving us your thoughts on the text channel, which is great because then it gives us the opportunity to be heard. So thank you so much for sticking to that. I really appreciate it. All right, let's kick it off. The Jester Mancer, where's there he is. So first things first is yes, thank you guys for being so well behaved and being cool and staying quiet instead of yelling over us in this voice channel. It would be so easy for you to do that, but you don't, and we really appreciate it because Professor lecturing. Love you too, guys. So yes, thank you all for coming. This is going to be awesome. I'm really excited to see such a big turnout. You know, it's always very energizing as a developer to see so many people come on and listen to what we have to say. So it has been a while since we've done one of these. I know that. And I apologize for the long gap here. I know this, we say this a lot and it's kind of cliche, but like we are all, you know, all of us developers are very much real people and we have real lives that are happening and sort of things to worry about. And so, you know, stuff comes up, especially over the holidays where we're trying to spend our time with our family and like we're all getting old and, you know, going to college and moving out and stuff. And so you don't get to see them. And things become important that didn't used to be so important, I guess. And so it's just like a quick little thanks for being patient with us while we you know, try and figure out what's important to us in life. But the exciting news is that I have sort of gotten a reignited passion for doing stuff like this, you know, building worlds, building games, building experiences. And so we have really tried to dive back into this new project that we've been working on. And like, you know, for a very short history lesson, me and Crikey made the original version of this game in when was it, Chris? Was it like
2015 it was released, so we might have even started in 2014, I think.
Oh, that's crazy. I was 15 years old. I was a 15-year-old kid then. And so we've learned so much since then. Yeah, those were the good old days, 5 years ago. But we've learned so much since then about like what is important in making a game in terms of, as a developer, how do you enjoy the process? But also, like as an experience, you can't try to do too many things at once. And I think that's a big problem that we had in the past designing these previous versions of the game is we try to do so much at once. You know, like I was a 15-year-old kid and I was like, oh man, MMORPG plus card game plus strategy plus whatever, that's just going to be great. And let's add all the genres that we can and capture everybody. But not quite the best idea, as there are a lot of sort of conflicting design concepts. One of the big ones was, and we've talked about this before in the Fireside chats, is like if you want to have this sort of MMORPG leveling landscape, then you really screw up your competitive landscape because a level 15 player has 10 times as much health as a level 1 and is going to kill them all the time. And so that's not really fun, and it sort of eliminates the competitive scene, and it also simultaneously weakens the sort of MMORPG aspect because then it's not really fun since there's just this level checkmate mechanic. And so the reason that I'm telling you all this is because our new project does look a bit similar to Hexaria as it exists today, but it's going to be, yeah, V3. So it's going to be quite a bit different, and it's going to be a lot more depth in terms of strategy and ability to play with other people. Like right now, we have all these awful problems where, yeah, the content's not super dynamic. It's really, there's a lot of like I'd say stillness inertia, and then it's really hard to start to get things going because the code base is really wrecked. I know that means nothing to like anyone who's not on the development team, but it's just such a pain to try and move things forward because there's so many levers that need to be pulled just to get one new area out. So what we've been focusing on with this new game, B3, is one of the bullet points is we want it to be really cool, fun, and competitive. And we want to cater to different types of people in that competitive landscape. So the people who want to do crazy, cool, unique combos, we want to cater to them. And the people that want to buff themselves up and deal as much damage as possible in one super amazing sweeping bombshell attack. We want to cater to those people. And then the cool support healers that just want to see everybody on their team taking the victory. We want, you guys to win too. And so we're focusing a lot more on like, what does this look like in the real world? Games like Magic the Gathering, Slay the Spire, and sort of trying to understand like how do they create all these different environments and types of play within their game, which is super cool. And so that's a big one. The other thing that we've been focusing on is ease of development. So when I've been working on this, writing all the code for this, remembering just how much of a pain it is to work on the current game and trying to think, how can we ground up something that, like, as a team, one of our biggest dreams is that we want it to be so easy for any of you guys to submit cards to us. And one of the most important things in that is that it should be like, you should have to do almost nothing to create a card with simple stats. And I know you guys have awesome, wild, active imagination, so you'd probably want to create some pretty complicated and unique cards. But in terms of just like skinning and animating and applying functions to a card, like if you want to just make a card that does a few damage, that should be no work on your part at all. It should be so easy. And so as a little like sort of sneaky preview right here, I'll just show you. This is the card script for Guided Strike, which is an interesting like port almost. Actually, no, I'm going to post this in sneak peek so that it doesn't get flooded out. Where are we at? Yeah, so this is the Guided Strike card script, and I don't know how interesting this is to look at for you guys that aren't super code heavy, but basically it's just a big list of numbers and words. So there's no weird language in here that doesn't make any sense. It's to me at least, it seems very straightforward. Like you can change the status effect, that reflexive action is something that applies to yourself. And so you can see it actually creates the default description for this card based on just the numbers that you've input. So the default description would be apply 1 wounded for 5 turns, and then it's going to be gain 1 strong for 2 turns. So you do something on your target and then something happens to you. And that's the point of that reflexive action right there. This is like a slightly complex card that I chose to show, but just the idea is that like, wow, this is going to be so easy for people to bop in and create stuff. And you can like you'll be able to change the animation, you'll be able to change the image, and there's going to be some more layers on there in terms of cool effects that you can apply. So I just want to show you guys that and give you a little taste of like, we've been really focusing on making this as accessible as possible for people to help out with and to enjoy. And I think we've done a really great job so far. Our team's been very hard at work, doing a lot of brainstorming, a lot of thinking, and we are just so excited to show this to you guys. And news on timelines coming soon. Let's see. Crikey, you want to go ahead and throw them your exciting promo?
Sure, yeah. So yeah, we have been working on something, and I will show you guys what it is. Memento. Shall I post it in sneak peeks again?
Yeah, I think so. So it doesn't get drowned.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Let's go.
Okay, upload speed.
Oh, there it is. Check out sneak peeks, folks.
Opening tonight.
Yes.
Excuse me?
Maybe not. All right. Yeah. So opening tonight, I know the word tonight is intentionally vague because everyone's in a different time zone. And also, we just need to wrap up a couple more loose ends before we give it to you guys. Now, I do want to preface this by saying that this is not going to be a full-fledged game that you're about to step into. It's very much a prototype. And so there will be a couple of exclusive like Discord channels within this server for people that have a special role, because there's going to be a badge to automatically award you when you join this game, because it will be paid access. So that's kind of the brief bullet points right there. It's going to be paid access. It's going to be pretty cheap. It's going to be probably 50 Robux, I think is what we've decided. And the point of this, I know there's going to be some backlash, but the point of this is because it's still very much a prototype. It's very small, and we don't want a ton of people hopping in on this and giving us a bunch of thumbs down and giving us some nasty feedback. So we are releasing this prototype probably within the next few hours, I'd say, for 50 Robux, and it will. When you join the game, you'll get a badge that'll give you some exclusive channels in this server so that we can talk to you about feedbacks and bugs and stuff. And so, yes, it's not a lot, but it's a very cool sort of, I don't know, I guess a little demo environment that encapsulates the ideas of what we've been working on really, really well. And we are super, super thrilled to let you guys at this and see what you think and hear some feedback. It's going to be awesome. It will remain open for the foreseeable future. So we're not like, this isn't just a test it for a few hours sort of thing. Like when we open this in a few hours, it's going to stay open, and we will make continuous updates to this very quickly. I will, Gimpermancer, I see your question, and we will try to take care of that question in a second here. That's a good one. So yes. We're going to throw this prototype at you guys. It's going to be very, very cool and very exciting. Yes, remember to read the FAQ on like what exactly this game will encompass. But yeah, it's been a very long process. It's been pretty slow moving because we're all old again. Lots of school, lots of stuff to take care of, lots of responsibility now. But despite this, we have been really, really pushing to get this out there before the new year. That was kind of our goal, is we want to get this out to you guys before the calendar turns 2020. And we're about to. Maybe not for some of you. Maybe you're in such a time zone that it will be slightly delayed into the year 2020. But for me, at least, it's going to be 2019, baby. Yeah, definitely don't want to go too fast. Yeah, Merry Christmas, everybody. And I hope everyone had a good Christmas. Haven't said that yet, but yes, hope you guys had a great Christmas and wishing you Happy New Year. It's been a lot, it's been a draining, sort of exhausting effort, and I'm just so pumped that we finally got here, and we're going to show you guys what we've been working on. Spoiler, there will be hexagons. I'll just say it. I know there's speculation since there aren't any in this picture, but there will be hexagons. I think that adds a super fun strategic component to the card battle. Yeah, thank you guys so much for listening to me blabber on for 15 minutes now. Did I miss anything, fellow Master Commanders?
I think it's important to really, really underline that what they're going to see tonight in a few hours is really bare bones. So, like, we haven't had the time to flavor up things. Animations aren't in place, visual effects, and that kind of stuff. But just to the point of releasing it is really to show you that all that we've been talking about for so long, which is basically recreating what you see in Hexaria, like the combat system and so on. That's what's happening right now. Like we're creating it in such a much better way to allow us way more flexibility than Hexaria does. So while the experience tonight might be underwhelming, like it looks pretty and all that kind of stuff, but to be honest, the gameplay is going to feel lacking, and we just want you guys to know that.
Yeah.
But as Jackson has been saying, this place will be staying up, and we'll be working on it, from tomorrow basically, and updating it regularly, and the game will slowly and steadily grow to a much more enjoyable experience.
Yes, thank you for that. Yeah, that's absolutely a great point to stress, is that underwhelming is a good word to set the bar low. And I'll go ahead and give you the specs right now, and I'll type these up after this is over. But what you're going to see is there are 3 different deck types that you can choose. They're pre-built decks of 12 different cards and varying amounts of copies of each. So there are 12 unique types of cards per set, 3 sets of 12 unique cards, and each one might have like 4 of the commons, 3 of the uncommons, 2 of the rares, and 1 of the legendaries, sort of like you see today. And this is just for the prototype setup. So you will see when you go to enroll in a battle, and it's strictly PvP for now, so there is no PvE. So what you're going to do is hop into a server, and you can walk up to any. It's kind of like the Coliseum today, where you can walk up to a little sort of battle map portal and go ahead and enroll. And when you've got enough people, you can go ahead and start it out. And so you'll be able to fight with varying amounts of players up to a 4v4. Actually, now that I am saying this out loud, I realize that I did not write in a cap. So you can theoretically fight with as many people as you want right now. That's a note to self. Put it in a cap. Anyway, battle royale. So yes, it encompasses a lot of very small design changes that we've been talking about for such a long time. That's going to make, like, the important thing is it might not look like a lot today, but what exists right now is going to make us. It's going to enable us to move so much faster in terms of creating new things, integrating your feedback, and even your contributions as well. So it's going to be very, very streamlined development process moving forward, and not all this horrible, unorganized trying to get things together that are always broken. Blah 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 blah. It is not a free for all. It's going to be a team versus team. Right now, once again, it is just PvP. We'll go ahead and add PvE at some point. Perhaps we'll tell you more of that in the future. But for now, it's just going to be PvP so that we can test the battle system and balance out the cards and everything. Because this game is much more heavily focused on the ability to combo with your friends and your own cards. And so there's going to be a lot of complex stuff happening. And we imagine that you guys will create some combos that'll blow our minds and very quickly make the game a little unfair. And so we're going to stick it to our, stay on our toes in terms of balancing that. Yeah. The price, we don't see the price changing in the future. That's a little unknown still, not for certain, but I don't think that the price is going to be up or down. It'll probably stay pretty constant. If anything, I think it'll go down to 25, and then shortly after it will become free. No, 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 no. Am I missing anything else?
Just the reason why we've chosen to make it paid access, I guess. So
yeah.
we've chosen to do that to basically make sure we're getting valuable feedback from people. We aren't just being spammed by a load of people that don't know what the previous Hexaria is about. And also, it probably won't blow up, but just in the 0.001% chance that it blows up, to stop that from happening because it's not ready. And also just to try and keep a relatively good like ratio so we're not getting dislikes from people that aren't familiar with what we're working on and aren't familiar with the fact that it is the first test and there will probably be bugs, but we'll be fixing them straight away. And what you guys are paying for as well, you're not just paying for the version as it is, we'll be constantly updating it and making it better for you guys after you paid for it. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. Yes, thank you, Chris. I think that's all I've got in terms of the 3 words to say before we actually drop this sick first look on you guys tonight. I'll go ahead and send it over to Ignis real quick to talk about what's going on in V2 land with the current game. Self-destruction protocols for persistent versions. This is so funny. So yeah, Jester Man, if you want to go ahead and give him a little what's up in present day, and then we'll slide into some Q&A. How does that sound?
All right. Is this on?
Yes, sir.
Yep, sir.
Okay. I am not sure where to start, so let's begin with just looking back on 2019 as a bit of a whole for Hexaria. Okay. Hold on. So, what happened in 2019? The Jester opened studio for Hexaria in the first time, and chaos ensued. The first event, which was Valentine's, which brought us Cupid's Arrow, and I don't think I need to say more on that front. Roughly 13 new enemies were introduced, that's with bosses and mini-bosses. There were only 3 new areas, and 2 of them were temporary. That's the Never Kapak and Kishuf, not counting boss areas. So many new cards and balance changes, new status effects pushing the limits of what they could do, and as always, the same great community. So, for a little bit of a roadmap, I guess, of what might be coming or will be coming in 2020. There's no specific dates yet or path, but it's just something that some people, I'll explain who they are after, have, kind of, we're going to get to it. Cambridge 2. This isn't the official name yet, but the Drowned Pass. It's a crossroads area between an entrance to Lithia, Arcovia, and a massive swampland. Olbrek X turns 3 and onwards, including some boss raids, because there isn't any in Olbrek yet. Selected event cards will return, like the Cupid Merc. The Arrow, no, but it will find somewhere else to go. Introduction to Arcovia. The Never, the one that's in Olbrek, will be remade because it's kind of duty. Kishuf 2, an extension of the world after you went back and killed Drone. More cards, more interactions, more ways to play, that kind of thing. Guilds. So you want to fit in somewhere? You've got the Ice Fang of Arcovia, the Twin Leaf of Lithia, and that one Necromancer Guild Ormire. Okay. Oh, and Royale, the PvP mode, which will include more teams in a fight. So there'll be more than 2, up to 4, I think, even more. And that will then lead us to have neutral NPC battles. So you can have like a Cambridge guard walk around, find a bandit to fight, join him, or he'll find you, he'll join your fight, that kind of thing. And pies. Lots of them. Just lots of pies. Okay, so a lot of people are asking about the whole V2 being handed to the community thing. That's kind of been vetoed in a way that's not that bad. What I mean is, there is a V2 team. I don't think they want to. No, I'll say a few names. Zorand, you might have seen him about, hopefully. He's the scripter man. Caspe1, who is sort of a modeler and builder, he created Capac almost single-handedly. And Golden Donut, 0, don't forget the numbers, he's our musician. He's created all the songs from Kishuf to Capax and, well, in the foreseeable future, really. And me, I am here. That's it, really. Oh, by the way, if you and a friend go into the V3 battles, there's a way to instantly kill another player in 1 turn. Have
Yeah, so there's gonna be a lot of balancing to do. Awesome. Yes, thank you, Ignis. That was awesome. It's super exciting to see that everything is still so active and alive over here. And massive, massive shout out to everyone that's been working on this current V2 as it exists right now. A lot of you guys just sort of came out of the woodwork and have been pushing this game along and adding amazing stuff just out of sheer passion and enjoyment for the game, which is so cool. And it absolutely inspires me every time I look at it to get back into studio and start hacking around. So, yes, thank you for that. And I think it's time to slide into some Q&A. How about that? Oh, yes, cool. So, I'm gonna go ahead and tackle a few questions that we've been seeing pop up a lot. One of them is, what is the relationship between V2 and V3? And I think right now, to go ahead and clear it up, there really is no relationship. Like, no data will carry over. Maybe in the distant future, there's a world in which we establish some sort of interesting lore-based crossover between the 2 worlds. But for right now, they are totally separate. There is no cross data service going on there. And I think we're gonna stop using the name V3 because it's not Hexaria V3. It's it is a lot of improvements on our design concept over the years, but it really is a sort of separate game. So we're gonna start calling it Proto since it's a prototype. Bingo. And so when you do visit this game, you'll see the Discord channels. Oh, that's to tackle another question. Is there going to be a separate Discord? No, it's going to live in this Discord for now. And there's just a couple of hidden channels that you'll only be able to see if you own the game. And along the same line is data resets. So there's actually no stored data right now in Proto. There's nothing. And that's partially the direction in which we're going with the game is since, you're not walking around, at least for now, collecting a bunch of stuff and leveling up and blah, blah, blah. We don't really need data right now. We're really testing the raw sort of deck building mechanics, which is where we really want to sort of build this game around. That is the cool deck building and making sure that's operational, functional, and fun to play with. And then on top of that, we can build sort of some exploration and whatnot. Let's see. Any other questions to take care of, folks? Chris, Sigmund, you guys want to take some?
Sure, can do.
Okay, Chris, you go first.
Okay. So one that's popping up recently, people are asking how long will the open testing be? Basically, until we've completely polished the game. I don't know whether we'll use this game as the final version for where we publish, but what is a final version? We'll be using this for the open future, and it will be, the game will be open for the foreseeable future as well, in paid access. So you don't have to worry about missing it if you're not on your computer at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question in chat.
Go ahead.
Oh, I just wrote, how will combat be? Will it be the same 30 seconds as V2, or what are the differences in general will it have to offer? And I said you could be as detailed as you.
I'll pass that one right to Jackson.
All right. So it will be quite fast paced. And this is kind of a misleading sort of like question and answer pair here, is that you do have 30 seconds to take your turn. But the thing is, what we've set up right now is that every turn, every single person on the team starts with 7 bits, and you get to use as many cards as you can with those 7 bits. And then you get to decide when you're done using cards. So if you build your deck around that, you could have a bunch of low-cost cards, and you can use 5 of them in one turn, and it'll take you, 10 seconds, and then you can say, all right, cool, I'm done. And then when everybody is done, again, the turn moves on. So it will be a lot more fast-paced in that there's not like you just sort of waiting for each person to use their one card and you trying to figure out, okay, what's my one card to use this turn? It's very much like you know what you kind of are going to do, and you unload, and then you wait for the other team to take their turn. There should be a lot less sitting and watching one thing happen at once in this game. And so we're going to take less sort of camera screen space with all these things in terms of one attack, like having a big build up and then an animation, and then it happens, and then there's the stats and the numbers that change, and it's like we're not really doing that. It's gonna be very quick. There's a lot of people using cards at once. So so right now we've got 7, and that's an easily configurable thing. There is no max. Sorry, let me finish this for 1 second. There is no max bits. So like we all start with 7. Let's say you have a 2-bit card that says give the target 3 bits, and you use it on me. Then now I've got 10 and you've got 5, and I get a roll with it. So there is a lot of stuff that can happen there. And there's potential for cool cards like whenever you achieve more than 8 bits, draw 3 cards. I don't know, cool stuff like that. But it can be really interesting. So did that answer the question at all? Is there more piece to that?
Yeah, that answered it. Not to be greedy, but could I ask one more quick question?
Go ahead, be greedy. Ask a quick question.
Okay. So level cap and HP cap, how's that going to be?
So one of the things that we've thrown around in the design discussions, and we haven't hit this point in a while in our team meetings, but I'm assuming that things are the same. Other devs, you guys can stop me if I'm going off the rails here. But since we wanted to move away from this sort of level checkmate mechanic, where if you're a higher level than someone, you kind of automatically win because you have so much more health than they do and so many better stats, we're going to move towards more of an approach where your level actually does not affect your stats, and it's just an indicator of how experienced you are at the game. It might serve to level lock some content, maybe if we want, certain access to require you to have played a lot of the game, but generally it'll be more of a like, oh, if I join the game as a new player and I look to my right and I see a guy that's level 15, that guy really knows what's up, so I should go hang out with him, and then he can kind of show me what's going on. I can ask him some questions, but at the same time we can still share the battlefield if we want to in like a 1v1, and he can be your tutor, or you can theoretically have a good time doing a 2v2 where one team is a level 1 player and a level 30 player, because you guys don't have this 1,000 health disparity that you kind of have to figure out how to deal with. The numbers will be pretty much the same, pretty homogenized, so that it's easy to calculate and like get a grasp on how effective something will be in any combat setting. Because previously, like if you get a card, God, we had so many problems where like a legendary card is really just a common card that does like, it has like 3 times more damage efficiency, or if I get a card that says deal 30 damage, like I have no idea how effective that really is because everyone's got different health all the time. So what we have right now is everybody starts with 30 health, period. And that's just how it is. Maybe in the future we will add equipment stat bonuses, but for now everyone starts with 30 health, and that makes it very easy for players to understand and contextualize exactly how good is this card going to be right now. So yeah, bits to damage ratio is much lower to go along with that, and there is going to be no variance in terms of max health because of level. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. So
Okay, cool.
I think like whoa, an important part or aspect of the game to mention is really that while Hexaria is like primarily an adventure game with card battling, Proto is more of a card battle game with adventure possibilities. So like the focus isn't around like the same types of things that you see in an RPG, because it's not an RPG. It's way more leaning towards being a card game. So we're focusing a lot more about like the dynamics around battles or combos or team play, communicating with your team and all the small things that kind of make battles enjoyable, and then not so much on like the adventure part. So while all these things aren't set entirely in stone, that's kind of the direction we're going right now.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Any other questions in the Fireside QA channel that you guys want to pick off right now?
Yeah, there's some data questions that happened. A lot of them, actually. So right now there's no data saving in Proto because we haven't really got that far, and there's not much really to save. But as we progress and implement things to save, there might be some calls for actually wiping that data during the testing phases. But at some point we will reach like a stable phase where we do not want to wipe unless we have to.
Yeah, totally.
So in the beginning, we mostly look for feedback for the game itself or for like the battle mechanics and that kind of stuff, because there isn't going to be much to explore just yet, or like things to progress with. It's more about balancing the cards, trying combos, and making the battle itself as enjoyable as possible. And thus there's kind of no point in spending a lot of time grinding, for example, because there's nothing to grind.
Yeah, and so a lot of our reasoning for all of this is looking at the other card games in like real life, like Magic the Gathering, and Hearthstone and stuff like that. It's basically, we want to make sure it's all skill based, so you're only really going to beat your opponent if you're actually better at the game than them, or you've built a better deck than them, rather than the whole level I've got a higher level, aka I have higher health. And yeah, so that's something we really want to put in this new game. And we hope you guys enjoyed that alongside all of the cool combinations. The cards are no longer, this does 2 damage, this does 5 damage. The cards are a lot more complex than that. Like this card does 2 damage, but if you've played like this type of card in the same turn, it will do extra damage on top of that. So there'll be lots of combinations. And yeah, 2 damage is a random number. With 30 health, there might be cards that do 2 damage.
Yep. Let's see. Does the trying to figure
Will
out
classes be back, Jackson?
that's a good one. So not in the way that you expect, but kind of, yes. So, you look at any card game, Hearthstone, Magic the Gathering, and you see like typical deck build styles. So if you're gonna do Chris, what is it, like a red deck that just goes for damage as much as possible? We'll have stuff like that. So like there will be grouped kind of card sets that will function along the same pathway. If it's like deal as much damage as possible, as fast as possible, that might be a class, quote. But it's not going to be like a restrictive, you only get these cards. You will have access to the entire card library of the game, and you'll be free to build your deck as you please. But it's going to be highly likely that certain cards will combo more effectively with each other, leading towards specific deck builds that will crop up more commonly. And you can envision that as like a class, I guess. For this prototype that we will release tonight, when you go to join a battle, you will pick one of 3 deck builds that we've pre-built for you. And it's going to be tank, DPS, and support. You'll pick one of those 3 before you enter the battle queue. And so we've pre-built those decks, like I was saying earlier, to kind of combo off of each other, and also to give us a good idea for how's the team-based collaboration going to look. It's really, like, again, things can get really complex in terms of all the combos that are going around when you have 4 people, because there really aren't a lot of card games that are team-based. And so OTK. Yeah, so tonight for this prototype, when you go to step on a battle thing, you'll see pick one of 3 decks, tank, DPS, or support, and you will battle with that deck. And you get to select a new deck every time you enter a battle queue, so you're not locked into the same one. So that's going to be how that works. Will there be tiers or parallels that reference V2 and V3? Almost certainly, yes. You already saw we have Guided Strike again. It's just kind of like a fun thing. I mean, it's not going to be a very intentional sort of like create a big, massive network between the two. But like, since we spent a lot of time and effort and years of our lives working on that, of course, we're going to probably have a couple cheeky references here and there. How will you get your cards? This is interesting. So right now for tonight's prototype, you will just automatically get an entire deck whenever you join the battle. There's really no concept of like having an inventory of cards. That just doesn't exist. You go into a battle and we give you a deck, and then you give it back to the game basically after the battle is over, if that makes sense. In the future, that's going to change a lot. There will probably be I don't know, we haven't talked too much about distribution methods. I know the world is kind of changing in terms of loot boxes and how you can obtain things like that. So that's a little bit up in the air. And to kind of segue into another question that I saw earlier is, well, now I totally forgot the question. Oh, it was, do you guys have a lot of stuff? Sorry. Do you guys have a lot of stuff planned, or are you waiting for player feedback? We really, it's kind of both. Like, of course, we have lots of ideas and cool stuff written down, but for the most part, we really just want to see what happens when we give this to you guys. I think one of my big errors in the past is trying to predict behavior way too much, because you guys are so fun and uniquely unpredictable that it's just a waste of time to try and figure out what you're going to do before you do it, because I can't. And so we're going to definitely be taking a lot of feedback into our iterations. And I think that's going to, like, my dream here is I really want to build a whole different process with this game. Not only a different product, but an entirely different process. And like, yeah, I think you can ask anyone on the development team. Like, it's a wonderful environment and we're all super excited about things, which is different than before as well. But also I want to incorporate a lot more regular cadence to player feedback, talking to people, pushing updates. Like, if we can, even if it's something small, I think it's important to build the momentum of once a week releases. even if it's really just balancing changes. If we can get something new every single Friday, I think that's going to be super important for our momentum. And I really want to talk to players a lot more. That's something we've really neglected in the past. So that's kind of my multi-question swipe there. What do you think, Chris? You see a question to answer?
Can I do? Okay, so it will be so at the moment the game that we've made that you guys will be able to test some point in the near future, in the next few hours maybe, will basically be like the arena in V2. So it would just be arenas that you can join, you set up battles, and then people can join your battles, and that's how you'll be able to test the PvP. There's not much more than that. There's a little it's designed to showcase how we would like the new Hexaria worlds to look. And so they're upgraded. We've used shadow map lighting. We're using the new Roblox grass, and we'd love to use the new PBR features if you know about that when that comes out later this year, hopefully.
Right on, right on. Sigmund, you got a question?
Let's see. Yeah, so there's been a few questions about like summon cards and whether that will play a huge role. So we are right now we haven't really nailed down exactly how cards will look, but we're aiming to have a lot more like utility cards, building up things over turns, and kind of yeah, planning your card economy more than just spamming buffs and buffing summons or whatever has been going on in Hexaria. So I definitely see us adding some kind of summon cards, but I cannot say whether they'll be like a huge part of the combat. Like I'm not gonna say you're gonna have to use summons to win, because that's not how the game is supposed to work.
Right on. It seems like we got a lot of late joiners. Just want to reiterate that I'm so grateful for everyone that's showing up here today, man. This is super awesome. It is always incredibly energizing. I'll be honest, man, I was really tired this morning, up late last night working, but seeing everybody in here so excited gives me life. So I appreciate it a lot. And I want to extend my gratitude to everyone that shows up, man. You guys are the best. Let's see. Let's pick a new question. Let's pick another question. Hype train. Not a question, but I love it. Ignis, a question for you. When is the festive update coming out for V2?
When it comes, it's done. The map's nearly done. Most of the content's nearly done. You can see it. The little sneak purchase if you want it. The Festivizer. It's nearly already done. It's just some little finishing touches, and I don't know when that will be, because some things look simple, and then you go down the rabbit hole, and you come out like 12 hours later thinking, I only did a small thing. So it comes when it comes, but I'll let you know when it's really close.
True. Let's see. Does the team need an expansion to help manage the two games? Interesting question. The team, Ignis knows what's up with the V2 team. I'll let him talk about that if he's so chooses. Seems like he says. I'll be hoping to add some more members to the V2 team soon. In terms of the Proto team, we're going to start calling it Proto. Heads up. It's tricky, you know. There's with every new person that joins the team, the complexity compounds exponentially as far as managing everything, making sure everyone's on the same page. If we were like right now, I am very interested in picking up, if we can, another programmer. I think that's a big area where we could use a lot of help. And so, if you know anyone, I'll turn on my friend requests And so if you know anyone, or if you yourself are interested in lending a hand, and you are an ambitious person with passion for game development, you come talk to me and we'll see what's up. But yeah, not, you know, that's kind of the status on that. I'm seeing questions about the common gripes with the current game, which are alt farming and people barging into your battles. So everything that, like, basically all the problems that exist right now, we are building this game to eliminate those problems. And so as soon as possible, yes, we are going to make sure that you don't have randos barging into your battles and upsetting you by either team killing you or whatever. We're going to be a lot more careful about that. And alt farming, alt farming is a thing that's like, it's not really like, how do we know as a game server if you're alt farming? It's a little difficult, and not, if you look at many games, there are different ways to try and solve this problem, and something that we'll think about. But I think in this game, economically, been a lot of questions about the economy as well. I don't think that alt farming will be too much of a problem. Like, if you want to do it, go ahead, but I don't know that you'll have so much to gain from it as you do in this game. We'll be kind of taking some ways to fix that. The fate of giveaways. I don't really know the fate of giveaways. It's not something that we've super thought about. We'd love to keep it going. And, that's another thing. So if we can acquire another programmer, that will liberate me to, as is becoming more and more necessary with the growing team and scope of these projects, really oversee everything that's happening and have an understanding of all the different moving parts, so that I know what we can do and when things need to be done at certain times. And things like giveaways can come back, and things like communication can be a lot more fun, and we can do like weekly play sessions with the developers and everything. And that's just a brief little tidbit to answer that one. Let's see. Chris, back to you. You got a question?
Yeah, so just to reiterate, I think the main feedback we're looking for is feedback on balancing the different cards that we'll have in Proto. Feedback on like how much damage they each do, on sort of how just like taking the turn works, how using the cards works, and that's like the main feedback we need. And then also bugs as well. If you come across a bug, be sure to let us know using this Discord. I'm sure we'll have a bug channel so you guys can post screenshots of the console and stuff like that. That would be really helpful.
Mm-hmm. Sigmund, my man.
Yeah. Is V3 going to be mobile/console friendly? Yes. We are doing everything we can to cover all the platforms. And since we're doing it from the ground up, it's a lot easier to really adapt to any kind of form factor. Unlike Hexaria, which is already established, on PC, and it's such a pain to already work with the code base, and recreating everything for mobile and console is also a really hard task. But for V3, we're kind of building it up with this in mind.
Mm-hmm. How long will the playtest last for? To reiterate here, the playtest, like, we're not going to shut this game down ever foreseeably. This proto game that we're about to open up in a couple hours, it's not going to close. It's just going to be open. So it's not really like a confined 1-day playtest. It's like, we're opening this game now. There's not a lot of stuff, but we're going to work on it heavily, incorporating all your feedback and stuff. It's going to be awesome. Proto is not planned to have V2's world map at all. That is, like, maybe we'll have some references to a couple of areas, but it's going to be totally separate universe, totally separate lore, totally separate fun.
Yeah, and there are a few questions about animations and stuff. For example, legendary cards and having special animations. And I think our goal in general is to have a lot more variety in terms of cards, because we will focus a lot more on having unique cards instead of reskins. which also means we want cards to actually look different and feel different and play different. And you kind of need to shape your deck based on how you like to play. So as we briefly touched into earlier, there will be quote unquote classes in a way that you can, to a greater extent, play as a support player or a tank player or that kind of thing, if you want. So each card will, or I have a dream of each card actually having a unique animation and effects and that kind of stuff. So we'll see how doable that is in the long run.
Sorry, having some fun secret developer discussion. So I think we are nearing the end of our availability. I know a couple of us got to go off to family for the new year. I got to sit down and grind out the rest of the stuff so I can make an awesome product for you guys. Now, so, all right, I think we're good to go then. Anything else, guys? Sorry for all of you guys who did not get your questions answered. I would like to say that I'll be around to answer them, but I really got to get back to work and make sure that this is ready. So, yeah, I think we'll wrap it up. Thank you all so much for coming. This has been super awesome. We got almost 100 people in this voice channel right now, and it's so fun to see the energy, that keeps me alive. Like, it's easy to forget why I'm doing this when I'm just sitting there writing code for hours and hours and hours. But when I happen to this and see everybody getting excited and, saying things like hype train and can't wait to see it, that's just awesome. And I really appreciate it. So you guys are the bomb. Thanks for being awesome. Yeah, shout out to everyone who came today. We will be up in sneak peeks and announcements in a couple hours to show you guys what's going on. And yeah, big thanks to every single person on this development team and in this community for making an awesome group of people. Anything else?
No, I think that covered it.
Yeah, we might be updating the V3 FAQs just with what we've covered today and unveiled. So keep an eye on that.
I'm currently renaming it to Proto FAQ.
Lovely.
Done. Cool. Awesome. Yeah. Well, there we go. Thanks again, everybody. You guys are awesome, and I'll see you in a couple hours.
See you guys. Thank you.
F in chat. F in chat.
All those leaving noises.
I wish they would have gave us specifics on how long until the release. It's that way I could plan a little better when to be. Oh well.
I'm gonna be here all day, so I'm ready for it.
Nice.
We'll probably give specifics when it gets closer to it. We might do a little 10 or 30-minute countdown as well. So hopefully you guys should know exactly when it releases.
Oh, sick. Nice. I'm excited for this new release. At the same time, though, I'm kind of I don't know. I really enjoyed the aspect of MMO. In general, the Hexaria. I'll continue supporting the Mid Squid team because I think it's awesome. But I don't really know if I'm going to dedicate most of my time to that or to V2. It's going to be a mix-up.
I think the plan is that the longer the game is out, the more and more MMO-ish features will release. So we do want to have lots of different worlds for people to explore and stuff. It's just that right now, for this testing, we just want to focus on refining combat before we start adding a load of worlds and PvE, etc.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, but we'll try and make it fun to explore and stuff for you guys for sure.
I'm excited to see this new lighting that I've heard about, dynamic lighting and the beautiful landscapes. That's what I'm excited.
Yeah, I think the lighting will be cool.
Yeah, easily.
You won't be able to run it.
Or just like the new visuals in general will be cool.
You know, it's funny how true that actually might turn out to be.
You know it is.
You need a 2080 to run, bro.
If you're telling me you need a 2080 to run Roblox, there's a problem.
I got a 2080 Ti in my set, so I'm.
I don't like pushing
I'm actually gonna be sad if we have to, if I can't run
General
this.
too.
Don't worry, I'll
I
stream it
will
to
also be very sad if I can't.
I won't be able to run the stream.
Easy. What do you mean won't be able to run the stream? Your computer won't be doing the processing.
Oh, that's true.
Who's ready to pick apart PvP in like 5 hours?
Of course.
Everything is quick play, no bit limit.
That's kind of
I'm
nice.
excited.
Aiden's had a way. There's a way to kill someone turn one.
We will find out.
I heard that.
You know we will find out.
I already
And when
have
we
an idea
do,
which.
it is over.
You guys better let me team with you so I can lead.
Do it on your own. What'd you say?
I said you guys
Are you
better
telling
let me.
us to find it on our own?
What?
No, I said you need someone to do it. You
We
can't
don't
do
have
it.
that problem. We will find out.
It needs to realize there's like 7 of us.
Yeah.
Fun.
I already know which 2 it's probably already gonna involve.
I wonder who you're thinking of.
The archetypes.
Oh, I thought you were talking about who's gonna find out the combo. Or the
No,
thing.
I said I know which 2 archetypes it's gonna use.
Mmm.
It starts with a D and ends in an S.
I'm definitely gonna be a support boy.
Dark Steel.
Dark Steel.
Dark
No.
Steel.
Dark Steel doesn't end with an S. He's actually implying you're gonna use a Nintendo DS.
Nice.
What game do you want to play?
I don't know.
Can we leave a voice or a push to talk channel?
Yeah.
For that time?
Oh yeah.
What?
Let's go to 2.
Versus.
Jesus Christ, it's like 4 a.m. 5 a.m. actually. Wow. Wow, I need to sleep.